Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole Award chant will be rocking this place. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Kentucky Wildcats. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Seminoles will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense is on the field for the first time today. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Leaves it with the back.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. He makes the connection. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They're trying to get to it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down to the ground with the back.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Able to get one down to the 15.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They want to run this quarterback. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Kentucky right back to the line. Quarterback keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats! And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time today. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Line gets set, first down. He leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for space. It's Tuafili. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
To throw, it's Uiagalelei. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Noles decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that. He lobs one high down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He's not afraid to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Coming after it. This time it's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Well, if you're going to be in the Heisman picture, you got to make plays week in, week out at receiver, and that's what he does. He's a good route runner. He's reliable, and he's got speed to take it to the house. Top 5 in the nation right now in receiving yards.
To the air on first down. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Perhaps drawing confidence by converting an earlier 4th down. They'll try to do it for a 2nd time in the opening quarter. He turns that loose down the right side. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
We just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate, easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Running with power. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the 1st quarter. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. Dropping back, it's Uiagalelei. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. And the Seminoles are on the move. From the gun, running back on the move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Seminoles.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. Going with the ground game left. Open space at the 25. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Quarterback checking the play. They're getting this guy lathered up. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
To the air, it's Vandergrift. Got a man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He fires one deep over the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he got loose, it was all over. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. Just about set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Makes the catch. It's Brown. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. On target to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Quarterback will audible. Looking for a man. It's Vandergrift. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. They'll run play action. And they get the sack just like that. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. The Seminoles will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Trying to get to it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a second down play. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Kentucky.
They'll line up for a second down play. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to throw, it's Vandergrift. Soft spot in the middle. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the game.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
It's fourth down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Wildcats are flying down the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Looking to throw on second down. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers and so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
They go to the ground. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 2nd and 8 from the 16. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kentucky teeing it up and ready to go here in the second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
They'll go right back to the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Seminoles will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Makes a move. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Back to pass, it's Vandergrift. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Trying to make magic with his feet. On the move at the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. You saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends just so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can...
Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. From the gun. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
27, 4-7.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the run, it's Toafili. Can't get him to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And, yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, this defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They've found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly done.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking for a man. It's Vandergrift. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Getting some heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Key. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. From the red zone, looking for a space. Grabbed in the middle. It's Key. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Dialing up a second down pass play. Heading to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On this first and goal, let's see what Kentucky does. Trying to power it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! And the route is on.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Wisconsin has the lead right now. Feels like Bucky's been doing his share of push-ups, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 10 over Oregon. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Feeling some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front and how good their pass rush has been.
Snagged in the middle. It's Douglas. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. A strike downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. But in and sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. They probably need one more score to feel like they're back in this game, down by 20 as they're set to kick it away. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield, it's Vandergriff. He's got his man.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Key. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He caught it. Touchdown, Wildcats. And the beatdown has ensued. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
Even the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Uiagalelei, using the quick game. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in cover.
Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, no! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. We're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on first down. With the catch, it's Key. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? And now on second down for this offense. Now the play fake. He put some heat on that one down the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Off the play fake. Going to try to get it himself.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Back to throw, it's Vandergrift. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wildcats will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He's looking to pass. Fires to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Coaches practice red zone more than ever, especially defensively. You know you're going to give up yards. You know they're going to power up like crazy now with spread and with tempo. What a great job the last 2 plays by this defense, stopping the passing attack and getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Touchdown, Kentucky! And the punishment has been extended. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
It's another good decision by the quarterback. You've got to be impressed here. On that one, he finds his tight end, but all game long, whether it's receivers or running backs or tight ends, wherever the best one-on-one matchup has been, he's been able to take advantage of it, and that's why they've been able to score so many points.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Dropping back, it's Uiagalelei. He finds his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Brown. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Finds his man. It's Brown. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Looking left. It's complete. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll throw it on first down. The sure hands, it's Brown. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll just keep slinging it. He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Noles have pushed it inside the 20. Back to throw. It's Uiagalelei. Gets it out fast. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. And the Seminoles trying to cash it in on first and goal. Into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Marshall is ahead right now in Huntington, but that's not exactly Randy Moss out there controlling this game. Things are a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Coastal Carolina. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to find his man on first down. That's caught. It's Key. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. It's now first and 10 from the 24-yard line. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. And the stomping has commenced. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Tuafili. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Tuafili. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Ball in the air, intercepted.
Third down pass. Intercepted by Kentucky. And they'll take over first and 10.
Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with the victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. Quarterback checking the play. To the air. It's Vandergriff. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the ball is intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception. First down for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Escapes the sack. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Delivers the contact. Touchdown, Wildcats! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest.
And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Offense gets set for 2nd down.